Alrighty, so this is going to be our first war of the season against SAS. I am bringing in Torch, Wiccan, and our good old friend Hulkling. Now, one of the positives with Hulkling is that he's shock immune and he's absolutely broken as a champion. I don't know why I put on a XP boost there, but why not? Might as well get some extra boosts. So this path basically they put a bunch of shocks on you and it doesn't matter, and they make it so you can't throw specials. So essentially, it's going to be a super straightforward fight with Hulkling. We're just going to basically do our 5-hit combos, not like it even matters. He makes it to be the easiest champ in the game to play against these nodes. So essentially, we just have to play smart, not get hit by anything. He's getting a bunch of furies and stuff, so I wasn't sure how much damage that was going to give him. As you can see, it's not doing anything. I'm still at 100% health, even when I'm parrying. Um, Now, I know with Hulkling you're supposed to hit into the block a lot to get the Pierce buffs, but I mean, he still just does a ton of damage as is. Uh, can't throw any specials unless I back off for a little while and don't hit him, because as soon as I do, power locks me, so I've gone against Surfer a lot, so I know his specials. I know how to evade them. I try not to get to an SP2 because, you know, the SP2 can catch you off guard. You have to dex like 3 or 4 times in it, so I prefer not to do that. Didn't punish him there because I wanted to throw an SP3, waited for it, get that perfect 20% extra damage. I thought this was going to do more damage than it did. Didn't do even close to as much as I expected. Whole 3%, super cool. And I'm special locked. I didn't lose any power. Still don't really understand how that works. Throw him to an SP2 here. I block it because I didn't have my dex timing right on the first one, so it would have clipped me. So I thought I'd just block it instead, just to be on the safe side. I get some free willpower healing with the armor breaks from him and everything. So pretty straightforward fight, super simple. Then we go into Nimrod. Now, this one I was a little nervous about because I was worried about how many armor ups he was going to have, because he does have enhanced armor ups where it's 40% more effective. So I'm like, I wonder how much damage I'm actually going to do. Uh, didn't really do anything different here because it was just straightforward. I was just nervous that I was going to have more, it was going to be longer because I didn't have the damage I'd need. But I get an intercept there. Now I'm just going to try to hit into his block because I know that that's how I'm going to gain a bunch of damage with the Pierce and everything like that. I get a bunch of damage off before he starts throwing specials. Uh, the damage is actually really good right now. I mean, he's already down to 69%, which is awesome. I don't like Nimrod because of this energize. You just have to dex a lot of specials. I've fought him so many times I've gotten used to it, but it still just kind of sucks. So, hit into his block here, get unblockable, do some more damage. I was just kind of waiting out some of the energize, but that was just dumb, to be honest, because it's not like that energize is ever going to go away as long as he's throwing SP1s. So it's just dex after dex, and I'm going to get clipped, to be honest. Like, I can't reliably dex it 100% of the time, but it doesn't do much damage, and he has the regen buff, which is really nice. So we're just going to back it up, wait till an SP3. We're not going to hit him, and we're going to throw something here at him and see how much damage it did. It does a lot more damage than the first one did, so that was awesome. He's almost dead. Pretty straightforward. Now he's going to throw an SP2 here, and I'm like, oh, I'll just dex it. And then I just didn't. So that was great. That was great. Get to another SP3 to finish it off. Because I'm like, he's unstoppable now. Didn't want that. Shouldn't have thrown that special 3, the first one, to be honest. I had the fight in hand, and then I just wasted potions here. So, but he's shock immune, so the passive shocks didn't do the damage where typically it would have came from. So we're just going to keep rolling here. Pretty much everybody has finished all their fights. It's just me left since I'm taking the boss. I didn't have any other minis, so I waited to do all of my paths at once for one boost. Now, this fight, I've only fought Wong once in war, and to be completely honest, I was feeling in a groove. I'm on a huge streak and everything, so I'm like, you know what? Everything's fine. I'm just gonna take this one, no problem. I asked Lizer for a tip. I throw on an invuln just because he does have node where he gets these placebo buffs on me, and they expire and give him a ton of power. So essentially, we're just gonna hit twice, back up, because the closer I am, the longer I am, he's gonna get those placebo buffs. Now, as you can see, like he throws heavies pretty often too, which kind of messes me up. Now I should have punished him here. That was one of the things that Taters and I talked about afterwards. Is that's why we dex. Now I know once he gets over 80, I take a bunch of burst damage, and I needed to knock him down. I thought that the special would knock him down, and now I'm in a corner. And now he's unstoppable. I should have punished him there. He's unstoppable again, and he's just gaining a ton of power. Like I'm playing okay in the corner if you know if I had to be in a corner, but now I'm just going to take hits to the face because of his unstoppable, because I didn't knock him down with my heavy. So he's just going unstoppable a lot. The placebo buffs push him to an SP3. Everything's not good. Everything's terrible. I somehow lived through this special. Should have died. Just throw a SP1 just to back him up, and I somehow come out of the fight alive. So that one got my heart rate real high there, which was not the greatest. So we move on to Penny, which Hulkling makes Penny a joke, which is awesome. So we use 2 potions here, which sucks, and then one of the smaller ones. Hate using potions. Um, and I read her nodes just to make sure I'm not missing anything. The node literally doesn't matter since I'm using Hulkling, and she's not a Mystic Defender, so the placebo buffs aren't going to help her in any way. So we're just gonna keep hitting into her because I can't be power drained, can't be power locked by a tech champ. So I'm shock immune. Literally, this fight is cake. Just have to not take combos to the face, which, as you can see, it's going decently. Um, I back up here. I want to hit into her block, and then throw an SP2 after hitting into her block. So now we're going to throw the SP2. It's a huge SP2. Kills her. Yeah, just ridiculous. So I got to try this fight one time in the off season, the no boss with Wiccan. Didn't go well because I can't read apparently. I was trying to figure out how he blocks uh, unblockable attacks from Cosmic Champs because they keep telling me, he can, and I figured it out once as I was doing it. I'm gonna let my time fall off real quick. My invuln boost, and I'm gonna re-put another one on. I'm also gonna throw on my mystic boosts because this fight terrifies me because I just hate Null in general, and then going into a fight that I've only done once and I died a couple times to it because I couldn't figure out how to block the unblockable. As soon as I went back into his abilities and read the first line of his signature ability is where it's at, I just kept skipping over it because I didn't think it was part of his sig ability. I checked to make sure he's sig 200, so he's going to be unblockable from the start. So the trick here is you got to get the resistance up because that makes it so he can block unblockable attacks from cosmics. So I'm just gonna keep baiting the heavy, go in with light enders to put the neutralize on him. Just gonna keep making sure he's neutralized. So I'm just gonna block all SP1s. It's letting me get my resistance up as well. Now the issue that I did in this fight was I did not throw SP1s. I was just going straight to SP2s, which I'm pretty sure the SP1s make more sense. For one, you get a bunch of, well, you get 7% of your missing health back, which is just going to help with all this block damage I'm taking. As you can see, like the damage from the SP2 is nice, but it's not pausing my current spells. What do they call it? His current cantrips or whatever they're called. Now, the one thing I don't understand about this is sometimes I get pushed way back with his special one and sometimes I don't. I think it's the time I'm dexing, so I really have to figure that out because that's going to be crucial for the next time I take this fight. Now, I should be recycling SP1s here, but as you can see, we keep up the shield, so everything's fine. I've lost a lot of block damage. The SP1 would help out a lot with that. So everything's okay right now, but it's not great because I'm taking a ton of block damage, but I'm keeping my stuff up, which is what I need to do. We're real close. I'm going to throw another SP2 because that's where a lot of the damage came from last time, so I thought I was going to get a lot of damage from this. And I did, but it wasn't quite enough. So, as you can see, my resistance is falling off. Got it back. And then here's where things start to go south. Block the SP1, and for whatever reason, the back end of that SP1 hits me, or SP2 hits me. I don't have my shield up anymore, and that's how I die. Can't block unblockable attacks without my shield. It fell off at the very end, so next time I take this fight, I have a lot better strategy. I wish I would have got to do it one more time in the off season when I actually knew what I was doing, because that was the major issue when I tried it. I did not know what I was doing. So I'm going to heal all the way back up to full here, um, just to be on the safe side, because I really don't want to die again. And this one still isn't great. With how long that fight took, I think my invuln fell off here. Starts off decent, he backs up and everything. But now there's a time that really confuses me in here. Go. That's the one thing I need to make sure I'm doing going forward, is making sure I'm backing up and getting that shield up all the time. So this one works just fine. We're nice and close. We can punish that SP1. And then we just take a block him a whole bunch. And just like that, we get another shield up. And now he goes unblockable and unstoppable, which I didn't think he could do with my neutralize up. So that was what was super confusing to me. I got to an SP3 because of the I'm running MD5, so once those expired, it boosted my power up quite a bit. He's got 23 incinerates on him, which is awesome, and it's just kind of melting him. So, and there we are. Another war done. We lost, unfortunately, which is a bummer, but next war we will be back, and hopefully it'll go a lot better. Thanks for watching.